Okay, good morning. It is January 14th, 2021, and continuing on with Drawabox homework, constructing insects, page 6 of 10. Remember, it's just constructions or with detail. I'll just probably start with constructions. This first 2 pages as constructions, and the last 2 I'll try and do some more details. So maybe about, who knows? Let's find out. So. Trying a new approach this morning. Taking the time and really taking the time to identify what I can see here. So after looking back at some of the videos beforehand, started to be more deliberate in what I do. Like, for example, I know this section has a shell over it, so if I want to demark it a bit, right now it comes out kind of like this, because there's an over carapace that kind of comes down from here and a bigger over shell. So trying to map out where I would see that first. So now I have somewhat of a shell, and I'm going to put in the legs last because those always trick me. And the thing I had to remember is drawing from the shoulder and being patient. Let's see. And I know that all the legs come out from the abdomen, so I have one here. And now I'm coming back, and there's one leg that comes all the way down and jets out here, but I think it would start somewhere there, so I have to try and imagine what I can see here. For now, sausage shape I see. Taking my time, seeing what I do. And that one's kind of jetting like that, so this one's another organic sphere. And to know that these are 3-dimensional, just put in some curvature. These things got little fat bodies. This last leg I can extrapolate there, but I know the bigger part of it comes out. A part of it just comes out where the carapace is. And it kind of balloons out and goes back there. And reading over the tips, being slow, deliberate with your marks does help. Okay, so this is 6, 10. So that's the first construction I see of one. And to show it's in perspective, drawing I see here is it's kind of on top of a leaf or twig or some shit like that. So make sure it looks like there. Give some depth to this. Try and darken some areas a little bit. But yeah. So I'll just start with my first construction there. So that one was a relatively simple one. At least it's getting easier now. Let's see. Let's try. Now here's a real interesting one. Because it's not really in segments, but actually it's still segments. But what do I want first? Let's try. So. And then there's kind of like part of it's one part here, but the rest of it is like it's weird organic shape. So it's kind of like wings on top of it. So this one has its wings covering most of its body. And the legs kind of come out from this area because it's 1, 2, 3. So let me see if I can get the first one here. The mistake I made with this was that with the first one right here with this leg is that I didn't what was it? I didn't segment it, so I'll start trying to do that again with the rest of the legs. For now, just learning to construct what you see. And on the other side, come out a bit farther. I know that one goes right there. Sort of this demarcation right here, because this whole part is a wing that covers the abdomen, which is underneath, so that's why I drew through it. The next leg kind of comes, it's about here. And then this leg's kind of skinny and bows down. And on the other side of it, that leg comes through here. And then finally, behind these two, there is a big leg that goes over and down. So this is like a cricket or something, so it's just behind it on the body. and it kind of bows out and comes back in. So let me try if I can get that tube there. And the key is just looking at your reference and making those marks. That's what I was trying to avoid doing with the last ones, because maybe I was overthinking it and your brain's sabotaging you. I don't feel like that this morning because I actually woke up half an hour earlier and did some yoga. Yeah, I know it sounds pretentious as fuck, but what are you gonna do, right? But it actually helped. So on this segment here, comes up, and then it's gonna demark that. Aren't really details here. You can kind of make a shadow on this guy. Yeah, so let me try doing that. So this one I'm gonna do a bit more detail on this one because it's interesting and I don't confuse myself. So I'll say this shadow's on the wing itself. That's why I drew it in. It's far there. It's far there. It's a bit darker on top of its head. There's like this neat shadow underneath it that I'll try and just outline, but I won't fill in. Right. It goes from there. And it's just, it goes behind. And I'll fill that in just to see what it's like, but if it's a mistake, it's something I can learn from in the future, right? That's all we can do. One of the things that, and I think that's one of the things that prevented me from practicing art. I was always afraid of making mistakes, even though that's the way you learn the most. Coming to appreciate that as I get older. Yeah, so. Okay. It's 2 there. Let's see. So that was a grasshopper. Sign and date. Let me see if I can put. Yeah, so let's sign and date this. Jan 2021. 3 more pages of 2 more. I think I'll just do 1 construction. I don't know. I'll just keep going because it says it's supposed to be pages filled with insects, but okay. Let's try this fly. 10 minutes, okay. 7 after 10. Let's try that. actually. This one's interesting. It's a housefly. It has wings on top of it, and they come underneath it. Attention near marks. Kind of proboscis at the end. Don't worry about details. Let's see. First arm comes around here. Okay. And that comes here. And that goes there. Next, we have another leg underneath it. Kind of has this first one here. Then a piece of it's gonna bow out, like so. Okay, and then there's one more behind it that I can't really draw, but it's another leg behind this one that I can darken up, and that one, as it goes behind it, juts out from this one. Comes out this way. And then just have it come down. And then the abdomen is segmented. So it's the fly here, and then I also have its feelers here. Another one there. Now, this part right here, trying to segment because wings are going to be on top of it. And where the wings start? The wings kind of start from what I can tell, this section. And then on the other side, there's some hairs. What is it? This is on top something, so this will draw. Okay, let's go to another one. Ooh, you look fun. There's kind of this narrow tube. That comes out for this guy. Oops. And I have to keep going back and forth. Comes off there. Finally, the legs. Draw what you see. This is literally the best drawing advice you can ever get. It's just my dumbass didn't want to take it. Just one behind it. This one behind. Oh, there we go. And that's okay. Pause for a break, and then I'll come back and finish the last 3 pages.